We are back and we are so happy to welcome the one, the only, the fashion diva, head to toe, the 10 dancing toes of Miss Naomi Small.
Hello, Alaska. Hello, Willam. Hello, Race Chaser. I'm excited to get into these looks.
Race Chaser.
Work the runway, sweetie.
Well, say hello to Mother on the runway.
First of all, we just got off the plane in New Zealand. Literally, we landed, we drove to the hotel, set up the computer immediately.
And then we put on some panties.
Hammered and you are there in studio lighting, looking perfect, lovely, and you have functioning Wi-Fi. So, I mean, this is really... It's the best of Race Chaser.
Well, honestly, I would probably be a mess if I was trying to do this at home. So thank you so much, Mom Podcast, for letting me come in and do it with you guys.
Mess where? I don't see any mess.
Donde? Okay, well, RuPaul does not look a mess tonight. I think they saw the clips of the first episode and they said, Mama, we got to step it up. She looks beautiful.
Gorgeous. Gorgeous.
No notes.
Love this hair. This is like that frosted peach blonde looking moment with the Harlequin sequin. And I love that the
little bit of
gold outer like framed ring that matches the sequin in there. And honestly, there's really no notes. She does scare me that there's going to be an age at some point that my eyes will not be able to handle contacts anymore, since she's kind of taking a break on them. But she looks gorgeous.
I like it. That's part of what I like too, is she has dark eyes. They look so good. I love the makeup. It's sort of and I love this hair that has this sort of like loose ends in the, around the sort of halo. This is beautiful. I love it. Classic.
I just love this, the décolletage off the shoulder. This is my favorite Rue. Just having like a little bit of
oops
under the muscle moment.
Ooh.
I would have loved this as like a twister gown or like some kind of game gown like Monopoly, or her dressed as like the Monopoly man with a monocle, just to like bring it in. But they didn't pay her enough to play dress up.
Mother does not do themes, darling. Themes are cheap.
Very
Show me the receipts. I do not do themes, Mama.
She could have done a tiny
The theme is
top
me.
Oh my gosh, now that it's coming to my brain, Alaska, I just have to tell you, one of my favorite things ever said on this podcast is, I don't need these chumps.
Is that what was I?
She's talking about me and Dipper.
What was the context of that?
It was a quote to like, God, it was an Alyssa quote, but I just like, it comes up every now and then. And I'm obsessed
B-list
with
bots.
it.
I need these chumps. The judges look great. Michelle Visage looks beautiful, Mama.
She has some sort of caterpillar situation on her face, though, I think.
What?
Yeah, there's some sort of wiggle diggle. I don't know.
Where?
Somebody texted me about it, and he's always right. I'll show you the text.
Something's wiggling on her face?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Somebody who won an Emmy for Drag Race texted me.
She has it on this episode? Has a caterpillar wiggle diggle?
What was that weird on Michelle's face? You right? That was weird on Michelle's face. I don't know.
I don't know.
I love this hair on Michelle so much.
I love
the curl
it.
under in the back.
Mm-hmm.
And the random like choker bra straps.
Mm-hmm.
T.S. Madison is there looking beautiful. And Sandra Bernhard looks like she has...
maintained.
It looks like she's... You know when you do all the fillers and then you dissolve them and get the lift?
Yeah.
It looks like she got the under neck portion done and then she's still a little... It looks like the work is new. She's still onboarding it.
Yeah, I think she does look frozen in time, though. She definitely looks like she maintains herself. And It kind of makes sense.
She
I love
does.
seeing a member of the LGBTQ on the panel.
Yeah,
Yes.
I
Miss
love when
Sandy.
the panel is also all women. I mean, Rue,
Love
whatever,
that.
but like,
Well,
love
that's
it.
a woman.
Exactly.
Mhm.
That's a woman. We love Sandra. Let's get into this monopulence. You earn everything. From the house of St. James, giving St. James Place. Lucky stars. Y'all gonna put her first, aren't you?
That was so rude.
Ugh.
But also, like, maybe so
she
nice.
chose to do this.
Because, like, we ended up forgetting about it until she ended up walking back for the critiques. But
Yeah.
there's something about a hoop skirt that just says, like, a hoop skirt never says flat hair to me. Volume on the bottom really never says flat hair.
I definitely agree with that. That should be a scientific equation, honestly. Write that down.
Very accurate.
Write a book and just put that in it.
She should have been a pizza, and I'm not joking. She should have been something outside of the box. This is very like, my name is Max, and I'm going to wear gray hair every runway. And then she does, and then this week I'm not going to wear gray hair. Gone. I'm Derek Barry. I'm going to use my natural eyebrows. Until I don't use my natural eyebrows. Gone. Stay a pizza. If you're a pizza, stay a pizza.
It was crazy that she did this without them giving her a note to switch it up first. Like, she was trying to like be on top of it, but I don't think that was needed. I do love the white tights with the white shoe, though. I love how like dollish that looks walking down the runway, just like as a solid.
Honestly, from the ankle down, she's perfect. No notes.
If she would have cut it like here, like at level, and did like a very like Raja with the panniers kind of silhouette,
Yeah.
and lost all of this kakaraki, I think it could have gone somewhere. And I think you're right. Different hair, absolutely.
But
'Cause the hair is a different time and a different place.
this little white March of Dimes glove, I can't. And she keeps crying and touching her face, so you know the glove's going to be dirty.
Not
Nobody-
March of Dimes glove.
Shaking her hands. I can't. And the pearls look. No.
Yeah, the pearls aren't
It's
really
not an
going
event.
anywhere either. The pearls are like broken, and then the hanging down. I don't get it.
Yeah. Where are you going in this dress?
It was a miss. Why don't we move on? Her arms look great though.
Yes, they
Two of
do.
them.
Tennessee Avenue, Hormona Lisa.
For them to put her first and then this after that is pointed.
Well, it would have been meaner if they put pizza after this.
True.
Pizza after peaches.
Tennessee Avenue.
Hormona Lisa knows what the she's doing.
She
and
looks fierce.
even though she had to rip all of those stones off of that gown,
Oof.
which is probably very debilitating to her as she did it. But, you know, if you were nicer
her fingers? Because that would hurt.
to her spirit.
What happened there?
Here's what happened. The girls, 2 of them were called out for rhinestoning stuff with their own stones.
Because they took rhinestones
Yes.
home and said, I'm going to embellish this overnight.
One of those girls said, well, I asked and I was told I was allowed to do it. That girl was Hormona Lisa. She said she talked to production and compliance. And then when they reported back that, oh, Hormona said, the girls reported back, Hormona said this. They were like, okay, Hormona, who did you talk to? She failed to produce a name or be able to point out the person. So they're like, you're a liar, girl. You're lying to your sisters. The other girl that stoned stuff that was not like provided material stones that was
Susie
called
Toot.
out was Susie Toot for those red rhinestone horns, but she didn't try to lie about it and they didn't make her rip her stones off of her things. So, you know, it's the show being the show, but Hormona looks great here.
Yeah,
Rhinestones or not.
I don't think the rhinestones were needed. Honestly, I can't even imagine
I
like where
agree.
they would have gone unless it was maybe to like camouflage, like maybe to like embellish the flowers or to
Yeah,
camouflage the seam
it
at
was
her
like a
knee.
smattering of them. But also, I think she definitely kept herself from being in the top by all that fracas.
Fracas?
I love the asymmetry of the flower here and a flower here. Like she gets it. She definitely gets it.
This is very Matthew RuPaul. She looks like a Dragulator sketch, honestly.
She does.
She has a Dragulator name too, actually.
When it comes to grocery shopping, I run into issues when I'm looking for snacks. Okay, I want healthy options. But when I walk into a traditional grocery store, I'm so tempted by all those classic snacks that I can't really eat anymore because of my dietary restrictions.
I know that exact feeling, and it's so frustrating. But all that has changed thanks to Hungry Root. It's the easiest way to feel healthy.
Hungry Root is like having your own personal shopper. They take care of the weekly grocery shopping while recommending healthy groceries tailored to my tastes.
They make it easy to eat high-quality, nutritious food and achieve any diet or health goals from anti-inflammatory to gut-friendly, gluten-free or dairy-free like me, and plus so much more.
Plus, there's no high fructose corn syrup, artificial sweeteners, or preservatives in any of Hungry Root's food. And that's a win, mama.
And they only source top-quality meat and seafood free of hormones and antibiotics.
Mama, Hungry Root sends it's like grocery day, and you just are like, ooh, what's this? Oh my god, ooh,
A little taste of this before dinner.
I ordered this one. Ooh, they sent this cookie dough. Mama, we made the cookies.
It's made out of chickpeas.
Delicious, foolish.
They have a brownie batter dough that is edible.
You can eat it,
and it's made out of black beans.
Mama,
or you can make it as brownies. It's so good.
So good.
You're going to love Hungry Root as much as we do, I'm sure of it. And please take advantage of this exclusive offer because it's a great deal. For a limited time, get 40% off your first box. Plus, get a free item in every box for life.
Go to hungryroot.com/drag and use code DRAG.
That's hungryroot.com/drag with code DRAG to get 40% off your first box and a free item of your choice for life.
hungryroot.com/drag. Code DRAG. As far as stoning stuff in your hotel room, back in the olden days, we always used to take shit back to our hotel room. And it was just like something we all did. And it was not like
our husbands, computers, Chanel Perillo.
It wasn't like a drama or like a strict rule. It was just sort of like if you wanted to not sleep and work on your outfit instead, it was like more power to you, go off. Like what was it like on yours, Naomi?
Oh, for sure. Kim, I believe, was like spray painting in her bathtub in the hotel room. Like she didn't give a fuck. I remember Monique was always taking hair home on All Stars and doing whatever she wanted. I think that the girls already dislike Harmona, so it gave them a reason to kind of like pounce on her.
To get her.
Yeah.
And then she lied about it, which is, I think, really where it went south and sour. Because like, I don't get people who just straight up lie about stuff.
Well, speaking of lies, Lucky Stars says while he's on the runway, I'm just smiling all the way to the end of the runway. And then they cut to him at the end of the runway like this. Not smiling once, not selling the garment. But now we're on to Lexi Love.
New York Avenue. Love it. I love that she did this bolt of fabric thing and she said, I'm stealing this from a runway show. I mean, I love that.
I think it's a Moschino trick. They did it. I love that it's head to toe. She has orange jewels on her feet. She has a good old color spray with a little artsy fartsy origami swan hair moment. I'm not mad. Would I have loved like a big Sasha bun on top of it? Sure, but I think she looks clean. I think she looks fashion. Could there be more? Yes, but does there need to be more? No.
A Mitzi.
A little Mitzi.
A Mitzi on the top
Yeah.
would just take it to town.
For sure. I just
Yeah.
think like hair.
A Mimi Marks.
Hair is so important to the look, and this just looks like she hasn't done the topper yet, in my opinion. I feel like a few, like couple tendrils that hang down to the face or behind the nape, or both, or could have been it. I do understand like the impact of the roll out when she walks out and like stands to the side, and that just looks, she looks so statuesque. For opulence, there's just something about it needing to hit the floor for it to really give like rich,
Opulent.
I'm not in the club moment. I'm not even mad at the sheer of it, but I do feel like just like I would rather take this having a train and being to the floor than the stunt. But I mean, it is on television, so it looks good for camera, but for the challenge and for glam purposes.
Right.
Yeah, and on the pit stop, I'm pretty sure you called her bald.
I didn't call her bald. I'm saying if you do not have a piece of hair on, a track, a topper, I would feel bald. I get that. If you put your hair up into a bun and then just walked out on stage and there's nothing like bouncing, catching movement, I would feel bald.
Okay.
She's not bald, clearly. She has enough to snatch it up.
I mean, your Tin Man look you won in, and you were basically in a mushroom cap, right?
Well, I was never the Tin Man, but I was wearing a wig, a pixie wig, as a scarecrow.
Yeah. Well, she looks great, but it is a good reminder that, like, I keep forgetting that the theme is opulence, you know?
Monopulence.
Anyway, Kentucky Avenue, Susie Toot. Oh, she sold her soul to the devil. Now, I do not like this dark-sided stuff. If you are tampering in dark-sided stuff, you must leave this place.
He's not a Christian!
I rebuke it in the name of the Lord. She's the devil. Look, what did I say? I said sometimes with weird makeup, you just have to get used to it over some time. I'm used to it. She looks great.
This is different than the first week, though. The first week she had, the brow placement was different. It was more like Aquaria and Miss Cracker. This is very different. The lip is still the same, but this is now uplifted instead of downturned.
You're right.
And I'm not mad at this. She looks beautiful. It's very effective. It looks like if Bianca Del Rio had a baby.
Bianca Del Rio took the substance.
Before she had her lips done.
No, it looks gorgeous. I love her idea of doing the whole finger wave moment with the duct tape. And
yeah,
that's
industrious.
The like crystal like rope that is like asymmetrically put to exaggerate on her breasts and on the gloves that hang down. I feel like honestly, because I love the hairs. Plucking the hairs, I feel like when she turns around and she has like her neck out, I would have just liked to seen like some jagged edge to mimic hair of the finger wave or take it down to like a squiggle.
Less helmet,
like
more hair.
Point.
Yes, just like I feel like when you see
like
the back of someone's neck and there's not like any illusion of hair, it's giving bald,
The back of her neck is clocky.
Yeah, but I love the makeup too. It makes so much sense for this look. The horns that imitate underneath her liner that go into the horns on her head.
Yeah.
Yeah, she looks good and she looks opulent.
She does.
Definitely.
She looks rich. And that's the basic lowest common denominator question. Miss Indiana Avenue, Arietti.
She looks like her. I mean, I don't love this tiny little lip in the center. I've never liked that as like a thing. And then she goes and she smiles and it looks crazy. But all that being said, she looks like her. And in this day and age where there are just drag queens everywhere looking like yourself and people being able to be like, oh, that's that one is so important. So
be a pizza. Be a tooth.
Be a pizza. Be Betty Boop. Be
Be-
something.
Be you. Boo.
What actually could have been an opulent thing Lucky Stars could have dressed up as? Like a candelabra or like, I mean, Shorty kind of did that.
What are the pieces from the game? I mean, she could have been the
Oh,
dog.
T.
Or
Oh,
TTT.
right. Were they supposed
Yeah.
to dress up like the game?
No, they're
Oh.
supposed to do a color based on the avenue they're given.
I
But
would have just done something gorgeous and orange. Not ugly and orange.
She
Well.
definitely had that covered.
Indiana Avenue, Arietti.
This gives me Lydia's dress from last week. With her red with the cutouts. If you squint and put them next to each other, you're like, is that the same?
Oh, I loved this. I thought this was so
Me
well
too.
done.
It is. And the hair is great. It's head to toe. I'm happy.
She put a stone on her damn pump. That's when you really know.
That's when you know something's
She
going on.
accessorized her fan accessory. She gave herself a little bit of like a train, something to hold on to. She put it all in the hair. I just feel like Arietti was like, I understand who won this one, but Arietti, this is something I haven't seen before, and I really, really, really appreciated that.
Yeah, so did I. This is gorgeous. The hair though, really, whoever did this hair should give them an extra 20.
Yeah, they look really good. I like these puff sleeves with the thing that swoops down and around.
Yeah.
It's opulent. It's fun. It's a fierce, unusual silhouette.
Trend alert,
Love it.
statement sleeves. You have the big blue bow ones on Crystal, the red puffs on her, the white glove on Miss Lucky Stars.
I saw her in Untucked using like one of those roller glue adhesive things to keep up her sleeve, and I was like, that is so smart, because the backyard in me always just wants to spray like Elmer's spray adhesive and
Tea.
put it there, but that probably is way better on your garments.
Tea.
Lana Geray is giving Cocktail from Illinois Avenue. It looks like if she had another hour, this would have been a lot fiercer. It's fine. Is it fierce? No, but she's fierce. Is the dress?
The Naomi in my head is saying, if it was long, it would automatically be like
Chicer.
opulence. It would be like one of those velvet gowns that Whitney Houston used to perform.
Very Mark Bauer.
For sure. I could definitely see some Whitney in there.
He did Shania's 90s looks, like the column dresses.
Mm-hmm.
Very that.
Yeah.
That being said, she looks beautiful. All of this sort of detail, like it looks like some sort of insignia or something, like Umbrella Corporation.
The mug is magnificent.
Always.
Yeah, no, she looks gorgeous.
Muggsy Magoo.
Would I wear it? No.
I wouldn't wear it to feel opulent, but I would definitely wear it.
Would you wear it to a meet and greet?
I would wear it to a Murray and Peter Christmas meet and greet. For some reason, this gives me very
Okay.
Christmas.
Okay.
Yeah, just like it's like the perfect place where she cut it off to like stick that mermaid or stick that sort of like extra
Dina
panel
Appel.
without having it. And it's like disguised too, you know? It wouldn't have just looked like taking a longer dress and putting it into a shorter dress. It has that already at the knee that it could cover the shoes, and I think she would have just looked so statuesque.
Yeah, this is the only challenge where I really miss Tyra Sanchez because, you know,
It was always drag. There was always like a stunt. There was always
3
like,
different outfits in one.
The scale was always like so exaggerated.
Yeah.
She was so good at drag. Like, she was so good at drag.
She was the bomb. Atlantic.
R.I.P. Morgan.
She looks pretty good for a dead bitch. Okay. Atlantic Avenue, Acacia Forgot, giving us Dolly Parton. I mean, it's a well-made garment. I forgot when I was watching this that this was a design challenge on this one.
I think she forgot when she was putting this on that her neck was out and it stopped right there.
Mm-hmm.
This cross-dresser neck bib moment needs to be stopped. Put on a necklace or...
But it goes to here. So those have traditionally
keep your
been
down there.
on Drag Race.
Well, be aware or keep hands up or have some hair to soften.
Keep your hands like this.
I think a
Headache
choker,
and a toothache.
like a choker that was like complimentary to the earring that she was wearing would have made this actually give me like a big drag jewels choker would have given me opulent. I would have taken that over the nipple pasties, to be honest.
But even like Zanya Bain has some clear like belts or chokers that have like a metal ring hanging. Like even a clear something would have masked that line. I just need the attention to detail. You're on TV. I love this dress, the ruffle, the titties, the hair is big. I find it perplexing that she talks about the 80s and calls it the olden days.
Rue did not like that.
Yeah, don't do that with Mama Rue, honey. Don't do it.
Would I wear it? I'd scooch around on it a little bit. Pull it off the shoulders.
You would cut it off at level and wear it.
Yeah.
I love that the tiers are diagonals. I feel like that elongates her so much and is super flattering. I think that the sheer panels also in between that are not like so stacked make it look light and airy and give it that like flow when she's walking down the runway. I think if it was like too stacked, we'd be thinking it looked a little like quince. And this hairstyling with this look makes so much sense for Acacia Forgot. And I feel like that was a nice introduction into her taste level.
Yeah, she looks like her and she's not trying to do something that she's not.
Is that a read?
No.
Naomi, you said that was a nice introduction of her taste level.
Okay, well, beforehand, all we got was like, the tent dress and I don't even remember her mask. Oh, the snowman. So like, this is a nice introduction into...
Frostula's Revenge.
This makes sense. This makes sense for a country 80s loving girl.
I like the reference of the flouncy, ugly bridesmaids dresses that were like popular in the 80s. That's sort of like pastoral, ruffly thing. But they always had the hat that went with it, which I think would have just taken it just over the top. And then a bouquet of flowers. Like, if you're going to go there, take us there.
Shelby's Bridesmaids.
Shelby, my colors are blushing bashful.
My colors are asymptomatic and undetectable.
Ventnor Avenue, Corey King, giving Boston body. Is this a new phrase? This is a new phrase for Drag Race? Boston body.
I mean, I love that Jujubee probably put it on the map because she is the body. Like her puzzle piece padding was ahead of its time.
Boston body is such a thing.
For sure.
I love this look. I know that they read her for the dirt, but I thought this was one of the more successful put together looks on the runway.
It was put together. Was it opulent? No. This is giving daytime. This is giving trying to make a few extra bucks at the valet section of Sesame Place.
I don't know. The bag,
that hat box
the piece
is terrible.
of the hat box gives it opulence to me.
What kind of
what? What is in that bag? Like what could fit in that
would not
bag?
fit in that.
I think that's a bag for her iced coffee.
Yes.
Oh, probably.
It's another hat. This is giving to me like in Gentlemen Prefer Blondes when the two ladies are getting off the train and they like have some of their bags with them. That is daytime, but it is opulent. It's a little hookerish and a little Sesame Street, but I love it.
You sound like Stacey Lane Matthews. Well, I thought it was opulent.
I thought it was opulent.
It's definitely giving Sesame Street. I think the Fascinator too, like closes her face in so much that just having that be like 2 inch, or maybe not even 2 inches, like 3 centimeters behind your lace front would have just opened up that face and made her look so much more gorgeous. Take that like blanket or whatever the this is made out of and just make this floor length.
pull it off the shoulder like you do with all that hair and all that fur on the shoulder. She's closing up the bank, which is the money shot of her face, because she's beautiful and the hair is right. It's just this fur. Faux fur never looks expensive.
Mm-mm.
And back in my day, when we had Marco shopping for our boats, we had so many options. These girls all just got the same in every color, and we saw it stacked there. Faux fur, like Naomi, I don't know if that's fake or real, but it's gorgeous and it looks rich. This fur does not. Is that marabou or fur? You don't have to tell us if you're not comfortable.
Oh no, it's a fox that was dyed pink at one point in its life. But like she said something about like the shoes that being dedication. That it was she sprayed the bordellos yellow. And you know what? I just have to say, if I probably wore the shoes I'm supposed to be wearing, I would have to be in a bordello. But I will take my cliffhangers and my heels hanging out half a foot the back to not be stuck with a bordello, because I just hate these shoes. I never want to see them again. They give me like Valentina used to call them Minnie Mouse. And
yes.
I can't stop thinking that they just look like a cartoon. And it does not help that she looks like she's from Sesame Street.
Yes, I don't like when you can see the bottom of the shoe and it's flat on the ground. When it's curved up in the front, you can see the sole because it makes it easier to walk in, but it's uglier.
Oh, is that why it does that?
Yeah, they're very Minnie Mouse.
Bordellos had a chokehold on all of culture, like that platform heel, like in like Project Runway, like I feel like it's like 2014 or like around
it's
2010.
Like the daffodil trickle down, I feel, version.
Yep. Yes, this is so much that.
I think she's beautiful. I love it. I think she's opulent. Anyway, Marvin Gardens, Lydia B. Collins.
This has a lot of effort in it, and I recognize there's art and an aesthetic in it. I don't see it. I don't get it. I get that she might be going for a Galliano-esque thing, but the headpiece, I don't understand it. It's like grilled cheese without the bread. This is what happens when you open up a hot grilled cheese.
Ooh, she does look like cheese. I want to eat that.
It's a lot of fabric for such a tiny framed person to carry down the runway. Which I'm not mad. I mean, hey, I wanted floor length. We got floor length. But it just looks like it's wearing her for sure. It looks really heavy. I feel like the hair should have been. Yes, a bustle. Yes, a train instead of it coming to the front. I think a shorter hair would have been really helpful here. I like the idea of it being black because it just looks so contrasty against the yellow. But hair down, I just feel like gown and opulent hair down is rarely ever it. Like you have to be a very specific look.
Yeah, I agree. And this faux fur, again, looks cheap.
Yeah, the ruching detail, she definitely took a lot of time and spent a lot of effort on this, though. And I like that.
That's why I was careful about how I said it was ugly. I didn't just say it's ugly.
The 3-paneled, like, little fur glovette moment is a cute detail. The black panty. This girl in the panty color, I want her to invest in monochromatic panties that match her looks.
I see that.
When you always think people are not going to see your panties in drag, but
they always do.
They always do.
There's always some on a podcast who's like, "Oh, look at Acid Betty's from 5 years ago." Ooh, I'm
The yellow thing on her head is Dorito-esque. I feel like if a different person was wearing this, she would have been read mercilessly. But the fact that she is like a skinny young, model.
Is that a black shoe?
I think that's giving her a lot of latitude.
It'd be kind of cool to see this on Lucky Stars, low key. Like if Lucky Stars did this, I'd be like, okay, work.
Dorito cheese lady.
Yeah, 1000%.
That's Lucky Stars in the back in the orange.
Can we give a shout out to the set? Because Monopoly paid so much money for this episode. They said, we want the set to be skinned with Monopoly. We want everything to be Monopoly, except RuPaul.
Milton
She doesn't
Bradley.
need those chumps.
Yes.
Milton Bradley. I get that she's doing a thing with her nose. I guess that's like that's the thing.
It's hard to like
girls do.
It's a hard chokehold putting like the exact same contour you would to cut your cheek on your nose. I think getting over that school opens up and like softens your face so much. Not having to put like there's different like I think you should be using 3 different contour colors, and the dark should really only go around your hairline and under your cheek, and then the medium one should go on top of your cheek, on your forehead, and below your chin. And then I think your light one should go blend up from your cheek, blend in from your forehead, and then underneath your nose. And just the residue on the sides of your nose. That's it. You don't really need to be doing the dark, close to black on your nose. As a white girl, especially.
And then the nostrils painted like up to there. I know she's doing a thing, but like she is so, beautiful that it would be nice to let like her face do some of the work. Sleep is so important to living a healthy and happy life. I know if I don't get enough sleep or enough good sleep, it has a huge effect on my mood and my energy.
That's why I love the Helix mattresses. I just woke up from a lovely nap in one. I get great sleep on my Helix. Let me tell you.
I know you do. We have had Helixes in our life for years now.
Yes.
They are just as comfortable and as soothing as when we first got them. And I love a Helix, honey.
It's changed my sleep for the better. I don't even have to sleep with a pillow under my knees anymore or between my teeth. Helix is great because you take a quiz, and based on your answers, you can find the best mattress for you.
And they have tons of different models to choose from. So if you're a side sleeper or a back sleeper, or if you run hot when you sleep, they've got something just for you.
I got the sugar model one. Before getting my Helix, I had never ordered a mattress online and had it shipped right to my door. And now I can't imagine ever not doing that. I loved having a whole mattress delivered to me. And all I had to do was take out the box. I literally put the mattress box on the bed platform and then cut the box off, and it just expanded right onto the frame.
Va-va-voom. So if you need to upgrade that old lumpy dumpy mattress, get a Helix.
Go to helixsleep.com/drag for 20% off site-wide, plus 2 free dream pillows with mattress purchase.
That's helixsleep.com/drag for 20% off site-wide, plus 2 free dream pillows with mattress purchase.
helixsleep.com/drag.
Joella, Pacific Avenue. Case closed.
Turned away.
I'm kind of obsessed with her now. I'm kind of obsessed.
I actually liked this. I think that it is opulent, and it isn't just a bodysuit. I think that her introduction of these flowing Emerald City capes is cunt. I think this is cunt. I really do.
Is it opulent?
Yes. She is so opulent that she doesn't even need to wear pants.
Is that shoe opulent?
No.
The
shoe notwithstanding. But the overall effect, to me, does give opulence.
I love everything I saw of her on screen this entire episode. I absolutely hate this dress, or this leotard is what this leotard is abysmal. This fabric is so drag, though. It's like very, very, very drag bodysuit. The black shoe with everything doesn't make any sense. I do.
Joe-
I kind of feel like she even said it. Like she was like, I made this because I know I'm going to need to dance in it. And to have that knowledge of like, I'm going to be in the bottom before you even step on the runway is crazy to me. But also
It's intuitive.
relatable at the same time.
Yeah.
Well, she said, I'm walking down the runway and I'm selling this garment and I'm wondering what she's going to do with that 13 cents.
Okay. Okay.
This fabric looks like it needs a steam.
Uh-huh.
You know how satin has a shiny side and a less shiny side?
Yes.
Polyester satin, anyway. I'm bothered by that a little bit.
Polyester sateen is her drag name.
I think in the Y.
I like it. I think it's cunt.
It's very-
Joella, I think it's cunt. You are known for your opulent looks.
It's very Emerald
in
City.
my world. It is Emerald City.
Very Emerald City. It'd be opulent if Emerald City were a real thing.
Anyway, let's move on. North Carolina Avenue featuring Anya Nerve.
Opulence.
Gorgeous.
She owns everything except the trim she stole.
Okay. Where is the trim even?
It's this trim to that trim.
Is it
It's
on her
the
hat?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think it's on her hat and underneath her tits, right? That V.
Yeah, the V.
Mm-hmm. The girl.
She didn't need all that much. They shared in the end, and it worked out fine.
You shouldn't be forced to share.
I'm never forced to share. I do it voluntarily.
The other girls made a point that this dress doesn't have much in terms of technical difficulty, in terms of construction.
But who cares?
It's styled very well.
the styling.
A prop.
Part of this
Rich
is
bitch.
not just like design and sewing. It's like creating an effect. She has done everything. She added the long boa. She added the huge jewels. The fact that she chose to do a tall hat. And then she added the long cigarette. This couldn't be more opulent. It looks like when you look up opulence in a dictionary.
Yeah, I think that this is wonderful. I just don't like the provenance of all of the pilfering. I think that the girls that gave themselves props with the hat box and the cigarette and the fan, it told a story and it lent itself to the opulent nature, even if they were covered in polyester faux fur. She looks rich.
She does.
Or she looks like a madam in the most expensive brothel in town. Like,
yeah.
sickening. What do you think, Naomi?
I love it. She looks like a column. A column always gives me opulent. And then the addition of the Nefertiti style hat is such a good reference. And the hair makes sense underneath it. The jewels are drag jewels, which makes sense for opulence. And I love that she has this like shoulder pad moment in there that like V's down. I think that I've been on this that like the straight lines just like they lead to nowhere in drag. It does nothing flattering for your shape. So like those V's are so crucial to just making you stand tall and just look stretched out, which is what everyone wants to look like in drag, in my opinion.
That's a Mackie thing too. He used to do that with his beading, like the chevron gowns. There's a gown in Casino that Sharon Stone wears that's yellow and white beading, and it just comes together like that. But at the top of the bust, it goes like that instead of like this. So like just the playing with how stripes are mitered together can really change how the eye perceives a silhouette. And you're 1000% right, Naomi.
It's all about how the eye just like translates. And I, even watching this the first time, like I was so distracted by the boa and everything that I didn't even clock her having that line across her knees, which is honestly the only thing I would change about this look, because I was so distracted by her delivery on the runway. And I think girls for following season should soak up that time on the runway when they are by themselves, because it's like one of the rare times that you are judged solo in this competition, and might as well make it last a huge impression.
Presentation, it matters.
For sure.
Next up is Jules Sparkles from Pennsylvania Avenue. Ooh, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, she's a P girl.
Yes.
I knew she was a P girl.
She looks gorgeous. I mean, try and tell her she doesn't look gorgeous.
But imagine if this whole gown was covered in stones.
Don't do all that, Ganj. Don't do all that, Ganj.
It's a shame she didn't have enough embellishment for this, you know?
Now, I think more would have been a mistake. I think the one down the center is
No,
all you
because
needed.
she had other plans. She had stones in her hair. There could have been stones in other spots on the gloves. It wasn't just for the dress. She could have been around the shoes. Those were hers, and she claimed them. You know what? Did I steal today? Yes, I stole a belt from the New Zealand Airlines because I was like, this is cute. I'm making a belt out of this. It was a child's belt, and he was behind me jumping on the seat, and I was like, well, I'm taking this belt. I deserve something.
You stole a child's belt?
Yes.
Like a fashion belt or like the seat belt thing?
The seat belt thing.
Oh, well, that belongs to the airline.
The Qantas.
Not anymore.
She looks beautiful. I mean, these pointy tits are like, you know.
Godier boots.
Sure. The rouging slash ruching.
But also the rouging. This cheek is beautiful.
Yes, lots of rouge.
I love
She
the
looks
like
beautiful.
hood, whatever you want to
Yeah.
call this. This is like something I haven't seen before. Done
Like a cowl kind of thing.
yeah.
In the workroom, they're talking about unhemmed neck things on somebody on Crystal Envy, but they also cut to her because hers inside is fallen out of the outsides.
Shit.
Girl, it's a design challenge.
I know. I won
Tuck
one.
it in, glue it on, get out on the runway.
Okay, candy corn.
Mama.
I love that her
Candy
glove has
corn.
I don't know what this term is called, where it like hugs it doesn't like just stop or like
Right.
I don't know what you call that, but how it hugs around the thumb, I think is such a feminine detail that is, I would rather see in drag your long sleeves come to a point like this than come to something that's cuts you right at the wrist. I feel like this is
Yeah.
more
Totally.
feminine.
The hard line, you said something about it last week. It just eradicates femininity.
For sure.
You want asymmetry, points, curves.
Eradicating femininity one podcast at a time.
No, that's Bald and the Beautiful.
Patty Park Place, Sam Star.
I'd like to park it here. This is my
Mhm.
favorite color. She's in blue.
That fan is tiny.
The fan is tiny. This hat is also.
I like that.
The hat's beautiful. I just wish it had like more trim. It looks like they gave these girls one roll from Joann's
spool.
after they declared bankruptcy. You know, she did a lot with the materials provided. I will say that, and she looks beautiful. I wish her glove followed the same glove thing that homegirl before. What's her name?
Jules.
Jules Sparkles.
Jules Sparkles did, but gorgeous.
I like this. I feel like
She got it from her mama.
the fashion editor in Romeo and Michelle.
Michelle's.
Like
Elaine Hendricks.
It's-
She's very Elaine Hendricks.
playful use of color, whimsical silhouette. It's not bad.
All in all, I'd say it's not bad.
I like it. Because it is whimsical and it's playful, which I think is something that you want when you're doing a design challenge. If you're given a bunch of crazy materials and you just make something that looks like a normal dress, I think you've missed the point. She has taken so much of this fun, flouncy and put it all along the bottom. She put it on the fan, she put it on the hat, and then she showed her technical ability with this, upper part. I'm never a fan of the dress that drops to there and then cuts down, but I get what she's doing. And I mean, it's cunt.
She looks like she would be mean to redheaded twins, though.
What?
I feel like that detail is what sells this for me. Like the whole, I could totally see this as a mermaid too, but like having that drop waist, I feel like actually makes her look so much taller than I think she actually is. This is kind of like what I was hoping or what I would hope Corey King would have done with that like faux fur is like give it more of a like bottom moment. But she also benefits from the fact that she is using such a reflective material up top, and then like her faux fur has that like tinsel in it, so everything just looks really cohesive, and obviously is going to look better than matte. I didn't even clock how small the fan was until you guys said it, and I don't know how she. I mean, yeah, just make that bigger. I'm sure that's just like a triangle cut out of cardboard and wrapped in some sequin. So
there's so many things that the other girls did wrong that she did right here. Like keeping this open, even though there's stuff, it's still open. It's not like Corey's. And, you know, it's not, she has a hat on like Lydia, but she doesn't have a bunch of long hair weighing it down, hiding her neck and her ears. She got short hair on. Her hair is up and off, you know? The back of the neck, not clocky.
Not clocky at all. Next up is Boardwalk by Crystal Envy.
I was bored.
Walk.
Boardwalk?
Yeah, Boardwalk. Yeah, I was kind of bored.
This in another color, a brighter color, would have shown the details, I feel like, more. But I'm not gagged by it. It's clean. I love the bow on the sleeves.
Yeah, it's clean.
It gives me she's gonna look great at the reunion.
Yeah.
For sure.
I think, yeah, it's hard to watch the show and then like watch the Untucked and hear like their personalities and what they have to say about themselves, and then like then you have to see
do it on mute. I don't even keep the volume up anymore.
And the fact that she was just like defending how amazing this was in comparison to everyone else, I was just like, it made me like it less. But
yeah,
the combination of the red hair with the blue is obviously gorgeous, and this is clean. But low-key, it kind of is a tube dress as well, no? Or am I just
with sleeves
losing the
and some
detail?
bows? Yeah, I agree with you. It doesn't. There's no like huge amount of work that the other girls put in with the putting a non-stretch fabric to a stretch piece of elastic in tons of rows, like Lydia, like Jules. Arietti's had a lot of work in it. This looks like it's a lot of styling and some big, bold choices to make it look like a lot of work.
Well, now we have the fun, but, but important decision to make of who was our top salute of the week and who was our most disturbing dispute of the week.
Who was the second orange one?
Lexi Sparkles?
Harmona.
No, Lexi was third.
Hormona and the goldfish dress.
Honestly,
Hormona was orange.
Hormona gave it to me. She was my top two of the week just for silhouette and just
Top salute of
In
the week.
solidarity.
Our apologies to the Viacom Corporation, to World of Wonder.
Yeah, Hormona gave me like Manila silhouette. Like she knew what she was doing. Like
she knew what she was
she
doing.
said goldfish too. Who was your top salute of the week, Naomi?
I mean, my top salute was for sure Arietti. I just feel like so cool, not expected, and just so detailed. And that's my favorite thing about Arietti is just like everywhere you look, she's thought about it.
And yours is Joella?
Well, listen, Joella was up there for me, but I have to give it to Anya Nerve. And, she really stole the win from me this week. No, I love this look. I think that it's
Someone took
instantly
Nymphia?
opulent. I think it is inventive. It's fun. It has humor to it. And I love it. So yes, but you know what, Joella, you were up there for me. Now our deepest dispute of the week. Who do we think?
My
girls?
deepest dispute is every single girl that did not carry a pocketbook, because only one of these girls had a bag, Corey King. And where were the handbags? Where were the handbags?
A woman is never sure at night.
A lady can never be too sure.
You wanted like a clutch, just like them all to have a clutch.
Coach bag.
Or something. Well, that would
Give
take 6
her a
to 8
bag.
weeks.
Now, who was your deepest dispute? Of
My
the
deepest
week?
dispute was Lucky Stars.
I know, me too.
Yeah.
Sorry, Diva.
I would much rather
Sorry,
see
Pizza.
Joella any night of the week than Lucky Stars.
Yeah.
This is like
Joella looks nice.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to dog her out. She looks nice. I don't like her outfit, but she looks nice at least. Lucky looks like she got ready in a rearview mirror.
Yeah, just
Well.
like no understanding of styling.
Yeah. Well, congratulations to all the girls for being on television. And that is it for the Runway Rundown this week. Naomi will be joining us each week for this new series.
Ooh.
And this section will be available in full. Oh, wow. Movement in the hair. Oh, my gosh.
Can we get her a fan, please?
You can watch the. How about a tiny little fan? We can borrow it from Sam. This episode, the Runway Rundown will be available in full on YouTube every week for everyone to watch.
And as always, the full audio podcast is available everywhere you can listen to podcasts for free. And on our Patreon, Monopulence Gold, you get all the content ad-free, full video episodes, including the Runway Rundown with Miss Naomi Smalls.
Thanks for being here, Naomi.
Thank you so much for having me. Have an amazing tour, and I'll see you next week to get into these divas of season 17.
All right.
Word.